Hi, everybody. This is Gary Dean with Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Thursday, April 24th, 2025. So the Bulls are really ringing it to the Bears here. This was your washout move right here, and basically we saw everybody capitulate here because everybody was assuming that the next move was coming down. Even people that I read, that I follow with different types of either Elliott wave or stuff like that, every one of them thought this was the top, and we are now heading down. And all of these people are now trapped. And I've said that, one of the things that is going to happen is that we're going to have, people that aren't going to believe any upside tick here, and they're going to try to short each one of them. And once we see them get squeezed, that's when we're going to know that this rally is probably over, and we'll probably do some backing and filling, and we could end up even back down at these levels here. But right now, we're up to the 50% retracement. So this is the, let me just move this down a little bit. Okay, so this is from the highs here at 6150 to the lows. We could go down a little bit lower. Okay. And as you can see, we're looking right at the 50% retracement right here at 5485. So if the Bulls are going to break out of this, the next line, you can see we have the moving average at 55.70. That also closes this gap. So this is going to be an important line to watch right here. Now, if this is an ABC move, the target comes all the way up to 57.50. That's why I've been saying the targets I've been looking at is is going at the 55.65 is one, and then we also have another gap that's not showing that I'll show you in a second. That's right around the 56.42 level. So can the Bulls keep this going? I've seen them do it before. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. I'm really kind of neutral. I do believe that we're going to be heading higher, but there's still a little bit of time in this cycle. So unless we're going to shoot straight up, I wouldn't be surprised to see us consolidate a little bit and then go up. But if we come down, you have to remember we have this gap here at the 5,300 level that needs to be filled. So if we may have a pullback down to there, but we may come up here first and then pull back and then head back up again. Like I said, I'm really taking this day by day. Really, the call was that this was going to be a major low here, and this was not the top, and we were probably heading up. So where we end up and where we actually, pull back, I'm going to let Mr. Market tell us that. But you can see we're getting into the overbought levels here. RSI still has some time to go. And one of the reasons why I'm saying we're going to come down and test these lows or even break them is we don't have any bullish divergences here. So typically, the bigger moves start with bullish divergences. So that leaves the door open that these lows will be tested or taken out. So let's take a look at the 60-minute chart. Now, this is just going from the 5,800 high down to the lows that we made at 48.35, and you can see we took out the 61% retracement. The second retracement, the 78%, is coming in at 55.75. Again, this is the gap right here. This is the one that wasn't showing on the daily chart, is coming in at 56.47. So this is why it's been one of my targets. And then really, if we look at the complete ABC move, we're looking at 57.53, which brings us pretty much back up to these highs. So we have a little bit of a bearish divergence here. We're overbought. But this isn't really the type. These are the types of divergences that typically have where you see larger declines on it. So this really isn't it. So we could get a little dip, bring our Momo down a little bit, and then shoot back up, and then that will provide us the sell signals that we'll be looking for. And really, what I want to keep an eye on is where the VIX is, as well as the put-call ratio, because people are going to start getting pretty bullish on this market, especially if we take out these highs and start heading up here. And that's when I think they're going to let pull the rug out again. But again, I'm not really guessing that. This had everything, all the makings of a panic low, and we could go straight up. But as far as like the cycles and stuff like that, we're still looking for another test down here. But again, I'm going to let the market tell me that that's what's going on, and then make the trades from there. So here, like I said, we're overbought here. If we pop up, you want to keep an eye on the 57.55, and then it's all the way up to the 56.47 level, which closes this gap and also is it's pretty close to 62% retracement. So this is a very valuable reliable target. I'm not saying reliable. I've said tradable target. If we could break out of these things, that's where I'll be looking up here. On the 15-minute chart, now this is suggesting that we are going to do some backing and filling. And even if you just look at this, we have a 1, 2, 3. There's an ABC, 4, and now we're making the 5. That's why we're getting these divergences right here. So if this is going to be an ABC move, then what we can look for is a pullback down to anywhere from the 5,400 down to the 5,350. And remember, we have these gaps here. So this is what, I don't like these gaps, but we've seen them go a lot higher than when before coming back down and closing the gaps. So we have some bearish divergences. That is suggesting that if we get a pop up in the morning and let's say we bump into this the 55.75 level, or maybe even let's do this. Let's take a look at the daily again. Yeah, they're both right around there, the 55.75. So if we gap up here, I'm not sure I would be chasing up here. As a matter of fact, I'd probably be looking to sell some call premium and possibly look at some kind of short trade. But again, I'm not too anxious to be shorting because I just think a lot of people are still trapped. So I'm going to just really play it, day by day on this. So again, break above the 54.90 or these highs. We're going to come up. We should come up to this to the 55.75. If it gets above that, then we're looking at the close right here. And again, on the if we get some selling tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised to see the 53.42, anywhere 53.57, 53.42. If that holds, then I believe we're heading back up again. We're probably going to hit those upside targets. But these sell signals are suggesting that we could get some weakness. If we do, I'm still going to be looking to buy down here. And if we head up, I'd probably be looking to lighten up or start selling call premium, because I don't believe we come straight up at once. But again, this is an unbelievable move off of these lows, and there's a lot of bears that are trapped right now. And if we start taking out these highs, this may force them to cover. And really, the ones that are long-term traders, they're probably using this as their stop. So don't be surprised we make our way up here within the next couple weeks. But let's see what plays out tomorrow. Oh, the fund, hang on one. So we lost 560. A day like today, I wasn't really too happy about it. I sold some call premium just because I really didn't think they were going to be moving the S&P up another 100 points. That's 3 days in a row, 100 plus. So I didn't. I put I sold some call premiums that were way above, and as it started going up, that was losing money, and I took the hedge with the ES, and it ended up that minus 560. So I really didn't manage today too well. Again, I wasn't really a believer that we were going to head straight up there. It was a mistake, but just a little skin on the knee, and still doing very good for the year. And with that, let's see what plays out tomorrow. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.